Hello everyone, my name is Appleguy and welcome to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the previous video, we gathered up some extra heart pieces and golden Skulltula tokens that were not efficient to slot anywhere else into the series because we missed them or because we were not going to be going back to certain areas again. Various different reasons, but that is now all said and done. We are all caught up and ready to continue playing this game. In today's episode, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of game progress towards the end goal, and then we'll be pausing a little bit halfway through the video, you could say, and continuing on with some more of our side questing, gathering some stuff. So we actually need to begin in Hyrule Field, and we need to head over to Kakariko Village, which is just over here. Once we enter Kakariko Village, we will notice something is amiss. The town has gotten pretty hot since we were last there. It's kind of burning up lately, and you could say it is actually pretty lit. So why don't we go ahead and see what's going on in Kakariko. Get back, Link. So you can see something comes up from the well and throws Sheik around like a ragdoll. As you can see, he is currently unable to continue on his battle, and it's gonna put out a little worm. I don't know, something's going on, sneaking around. It appears to be some sort of little shadow enemy. It's gonna go up the hill, and then realize it should finish off its target. It'll circle around and come back in for another strike. Link is ready, though, with the spin attack. And, well, it sounds like Link lost. But you can say it is pretty hard to fight a shadow, so to give him credit where credit is due, he gave it his best shot. Looks like you're coming around. Link. A terrible thing has happened. The evil shadow spirit has been released. Impa, the leader of Kakariko Village, had sealed the evil shadow spirit in the bottom of the well. But the force of the evil spirit got so strong, the seal of the well broke, and it escaped into the world. I believe Impa has gone to the Shadow Temple to seal it again, but she will be in danger without any help. Link. Impa is one of the 6 sages. Destroy the evil spirit and save Impa. There is an entrance to the Shadow Temple beneath the graveyard behind this village. The only thing I can do for you is teach you the melody that will lead you to the Shadow Temple. This is the melody that will draw you into the infinite darkness that absorbs even time. Listen to this, the Nocturne of Shadow. You have learned the Nocturne of Shadow. Let me take care of this village. I'm counting on you, Link. Is she gonna warp out of here? And Decanut. There we are. Gone without a trace. That is the way of Sheik. So we are going to be heading to the Shadow Temple, I believe, in the next video. In the meantime, we actually need to gather some extra things. There is more of the actual main game we need to accomplish in this episode, however, because we need to get up here. This is actually for a piece of heart if we talk to this guy. Hey, good to see you again. I'll give you this as a memento. I have never seen this man in my life, but he gave me a piece of heart, so I will take it. Next, we need to head into this windmill, where we head after defeating Dampe in the grave race, because there's actually a guy in here who is pretty upset, and we're gonna go ahead and see if we can help him in any way. You notice he is over here, and he's very mad. Let's see what he has to say.
I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. It's all that Ocarina Kid's fault. Next time he comes around here, I'm gonna mess him up.
Ocarina Kid? I have an ocarina.
What? You've got an ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then, a mean kid came in here and played a strange song. It messed up this windmill. I'll never forget this song.
So we learned the Song of Storms, which makes it rain. Much like the Sun Song changes from night to day, the Song of Storms makes it rain. You've learned the Song of Storms. Not sure how it's raining inside, but I guess it's a thing that can happen now. So he talks about some ocarina kid who came in here and messed with the windmill. I only know of one kid with an ocarina, and it's us. And we just got the song taught to us. So maybe we'll have to come over here and mess with him sometime. See what he's got to think about that. Which creates a really strange time loop, because Link teaches this, Link plays the song, but he gets taught the song after he plays the song, which is pretty strange. You can go into a very large whirlpool of just miscellaneous thoughts and how that can go through. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down into Dampe's grave once again, because we need to rematch him. In Dampe's grave, we're going to be racing him once again. What we actually need to do is get to the end and then long shot onto one of the torches that marks the little door we go through to finish the race. And because we will get there in such a quick time, because instead of running around all the outside, we'll just cut through the middle, Dampe will be so impressed he'll give us a new reward. So we want to claim that, meaning we're going to have to keep up with the Gravekeeper. Come on, Dampe, we've done this race before. We know where we're going. It'd be nice if we could have some sort of speed boost in this game, but looks like we're stuck with this normal running speed. We can roll, though, which is nice. I suppose if you're good enough, you could backwalk. This is just a little shortcut to keep up with Dampe. Alright, here is where we're going to need to pull out the long shot to hit the torch. Let's see if I can aim. I hope I can. I believe we need to get there in under a minute. Hit! Good. Through. There we are. 58 seconds.
The time of this race was 58 seconds. You're back, young man. Was the present I gave to you fun and useful?
And you see he will warp away and leave us a piece of heart. Thank you, Dampe. I do appreciate it very much. So now that we've finished up with the Dampe race, we actually need to head to the Temple of Time to place the Master Sword back into its pedestal and warp back to a child, because we actually have gathered all of the songs that do not warp us places, and now that we have that whole orchestra of songs, we're allowed to do something pretty cool. Alright, we have reached the time of a child again, so what we need to do is head to the Hyrule Castle area, because there's actually a way we can get a Golden Skulltula by playing the Song of Storms underneath a tree. Not quite sure how those two things correspond, but they do, so we're going to go ahead and leave our Temple of Time and make our way to the Hyrule Castle grounds. We don't need to go into the actual castle, we just need to go to the outskirts, which means we'll have to sneak by the guards one more time. I'm usually pretty good at going through the outer guards. We don't have to go through the inner guards, as I said earlier, so that's not going to be a problem. Alright, we need to sneak into the castle once again, or rather into the area, basically where the moat is where the special tree is that requires the Song of Storms to be played. We're going to head there right now. Remember, we have to sneak past these guards in the outskirts. Just need to use our sneaking skills to make sure we are very good. I believe this should be a fine enough angle. There we are. Okay, and then cut through the middle. Doing our best to avoid the outskirts. There we go. I think guards is pretty easy from here on out. Climb up this rock wall. This is from episode 3, I believe. Maybe episode 2. No, episode 3, for sure. Wow, such a flashback. You know what? Just for fun, why don't we see what this Gossip Stone has to say. If you remember in the last episode, I told you guys you can read the Gossip Stones if you wear the Mask of Truth. Let's just see what this one has to offer. They say that contrary to her elegant image, Princess Zelda of Hyrule Castle is, in fact, a tomboy. Great. Someone must have had a lot of fun writing those, because they can get, like, really obscure, to the point where no lore master would even bother to learn all of them. I'm sure people have memorized them, though, now that I think about that a little more. So this is the tree. Just need to get under it and play the Song of Storms, and that will cause a hole to open. There we are, and down the hole we go. And inside here there are some bombable walls, as you can hear. I'm gonna go ahead and bomb them all, even though there's only one that has a golden Skulltula behind it. Might as well show them all off, though. Behind this one, regular Skulltula. Behind this one, there is a thing of bugs. There's a Gossip Stone. Alright. I'll read it. What do you have to say? They say that you may find something new in dungeons that I've already finished. He's talking about the Skulltula inside of the Deku tree down in the basement, where we grabbed that in an earlier episode, so you don't have to worry about that one. Alright, let's take out this golden Skulltula now. So something pretty interesting about this specific golden Skulltula is the way it is positioned next to one of these pillars of light. You could actually throw your boomerang, and then when it's coming back to you with the token on top of it, you could jump into the light, and you will get warped out while collecting the golden Skulltula token, but the game won't know you collected it, and it'll actually place another Skulltula there. So in theory, you could farm the golden Skulltulas by duplicating them to get to 100, or you can just find them all like I'm going to do. Either one works. Next place we need to head to is... we need to head to Lake Hylia, and then head down Zora's River, because there are some little froggy guys that need to hear some pretty good music, and we have a wide variety of songs for them to listen to, so I think we're going to be the perfect DJs for them. Of course, Lake Hylia is the quickest access, because in the past we can just dive down into the little area that connects Zora's domain and Lake Hylia, the little gateway, and then from there we can just hop down Zora's River. So it won't be too far of a swim. If you remember, this is where we first collected the third bottle of the game that contained the letter from Princess Ruto. Or apparently the letter was not from Princess Ruto, because she said that she'd never wrote it in Jabu Jabu's belly. I only bring this up to talk about who could have written that letter. It's theorized that maybe Ganondorf wrote it to try and get Link to work with Princess Ruto, and then she would eventually give him the spiritual stone, which he would use to open the Gate of Time to allow him to get inside of the Sacred Realm, but that is only a theory, of course. We never really learn who wrote the letter, but we know for a fact that it wasn't Princess Ruto. Now we just need to head out of Zora's domain, into the river through the waterfall that we always have to play the song for. Thankfully this time we are going the opposite direction. So we could technically jump into the river here and ride it for a little bit, but our stop is pretty close. Wouldn't be that efficient. We just need to go over here to the right, and then there's going to be a little log sticking out of the water. You might be able to see it. And there's going to be some frogs who are interested to hear what we have to play. Why don't we go ahead and treat them to a fantastic concert. You might be able to see one of them in the water now. Go away, Navi. I need to show off the frog. Alright, here we are. Some frogs are looking at you from underwater. You bet they are. Go ahead and play the Sun Song. They will become very happy. They love to hear music.
Wow, that melody is so cool. Rivet. Singing in the rain. Oh, what a feeling. Rivet. Please take this as a token of our froggish gratitude. Rivet. Alright, see ya. Rivet.
Farewell, Mr. Frog. Thank you for the piece of heart. But I actually have a ton more songs for you to listen to. Would you be interested in a nice lullaby? You can hear they kind of croak along with the song. It's pretty funny. Cool, so we play a song and one of the frogs grow.
Young lad, you play the ocarina well. That melody is so fine. We should all practice it. Rivet. Take rupees as a souvenir. If you come up with another nice melody, please drop by and play it. Ribbit, ribbit.
Some small money, that's cool. But I actually have another song. Anyone interested in the Sun Song by any chance? And they're just going to say the exact same thing. Give us some more money. My wallet's full, so I don't really need the money. But you like music, yeah? Would you like some Epona song by any chance? There we are. And we have another growth. More money that I cannot fit into my wallet. I bet Link is just throwing it back into the river at this point. Hello, frogs. Song of Time for the froggy boys. And another one of them is going to grow. And they're going to give us more money I can't fit into my wallet. Final frog gets to grow up when he hears the Saria song. So why don't we have them jam out for one last time for us. Here we go. He's going to tell us we play the ocarina very well and then give us some money.
Look at us. We're all huge frogs. We're the world-famous, fabulous 5 froggish tenors. Ribbit. Make us jump so we can eat the bugs flying above us. Ribbit. Okay, then ready, set, go.
So what you have to do for this minigame is play the ocarina so that the frogs jump up in the proper time to eat their food. They have a very specific order and it can be a little bit difficult. There we go. I actually had to just stare at the written down options because watching it and responding to it in real time could be a little difficult.
Young boy, you did great. Perfect. We are stuffed, Ribbit.
The guy in the back didn't eat any food. You're just not going to give him any?
Would you take this token of our gratitude?
I will. Thank you for the piece of heart. There we go. That is 16 containers now. That is 17 containers now. We only have 3 left before we are done with pieces of heart. And we know one of them is going to be from the Shadow Temple. One of them is going to be for the other temple, which means there's only 4 pieces of heart left in the entire game to get. That is completely insane. That is actually going to do it for today's episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. If you enjoyed, please like, please leave a comment, please subscribe, and tell a friend about the series if you are enjoying it. In the next episode, we're going to be heading out to do some preparation to enter the Shadow Temple. I will see you guys then. Take care.